You know, guys, this is one of those videos where I don't have anything to say. I watched this video and I'm reminded why black people are so far back in this country. And to be honest, this is a trigger to me, because the conversation that we are about to have today, it is something that I have been very passionate about. The well-being of black people. This is something that I have been very passionate about. But unfortunately, this is not the type of a conversation that the black custodians would like to have. This is not a popular conversation, even amongst the majority of poor black people in this country. You know, in this country, it's almost as if black people actually enjoy the treatment that they get from the black politicians. In this country, people will kill you for saying that black politicians don't give a damn about black people. This is one of the things that I have been very consistent about, to remind the people that black politicians don't give a damn about black people. If you think that black politicians give a damn about black people, just look at the treatment that black people are getting under the black politicians. If you look at everything that is happening in the country, if you are a person who is very objective, you look at everything that is happening in the country and tell me if you think black politicians have black people's best interest at heart. Just look at everything, from the education system, from their reluctance to deal with crime, from corruption that actually impacts black people directly. Tell me if you think that the black politicians in this country, they have black people's best interest at heart. So if we live in a sane country, we would have more people saying that the black politicians don't give a damn about black people. But for some reason, the roles are reversed. The same black people that are being mistreated by the politicians in this country are the same black people that will defend the same politicians. This is something that I have been struggling to wrap my head around. I mean, if you have been following this platform, you know that I have covered many topics, many uncomfortable topics, from Orania to Solidarity to AfriForum. And the main reason why I would actually cover those topics is because I want black people to actually look at other people that are taking care of their own. And maybe, just maybe, they can emulate that into their own communities. Many of you know the videos that I have made about Orania. And I have said it time and time again that me, personally, I don't want to live in Orania. I don't care about living in Orania. But if there's one thing that I respect about the people of Orania, is what those people have turned that place into. I wouldn't mind living in a community like that. I wouldn't mind living in a community where there is no crime. I wouldn't mind living in a community where things are working. I wouldn't mind living in a community where there is no unemployment rate. I wouldn't mind all of those things that are happening in Orania. So when we make videos about Orania, you would actually think that people would be objective enough to actually see that Thomas is not saying that we must go to Orania, because we know that we cannot live in Orania. But Thomas is simply saying that, guys, please look at those people, look at what those people are doing, and please try to emulate what those people are doing in their communities, so that we can do in our own communities too. Look at AfriForum. Look at that institution. Look at Solidarity. Look at those organizations. Look at what those people are doing. And maybe, just maybe, we can form our own organizations that are going to protect us the same way AfriForum and Solidarity are protecting their own. You would think that people would be objective enough to actually see things through that lens, but no, they will tell you, no, Thomas, you just want to pander to AfriForum. Thomas, you just want to pander to the racists in Orania. Thomas, you just want to pander to Solidarity. These are the kind of responses that we are getting every time when we talk about the well-being of black people. So it actually makes some of us to believe that maybe, just maybe, black people enjoy this treatment that they are getting. Maybe, just maybe, this is what they enjoy. And we are imposing ourselves with our stupid solutions to these people that actually enjoy everything that is happening in their lives. You know, guys, recently I was watching a video. In this channel. This is a channel by, what is happening here? This is a channel by Tshepo Mavimbela. Guys, please, if you have time, just go to YouTube.
Black people are not serious.
Just go to YouTube and check Tshepo Mavimbela. Please make sure that you check that. Please make sure that you check that that channel. Tshepo was actually having a conversation about the same things that I'm talking about today. So apparently, even Tshepo himself is very baffled with how black people are actually moving. He's very baffled with the decisions that black people are actually making. So let me see if I can go back to that video, to that channel. This is a channel, guys. Please, if you have time, please, if you have time, please go and subscribe to Tshepo Mavimbela. Tshepo Mavimbela is very brilliant, guys. Please just go make sure that you subscribe. This is a video that I was watching, why black people are suffering in South Africa. Black people actually enjoy suffering. Please watch this video, especially at the end. Please watch this video if you try to understand what I'm talking about. So the video that Penuel made recently, this is a video that actually left me speechless. This is a video that actually left me speechless because for some reason, it seems like Penuel knows how to take my thoughts and articulate them. Sometimes when I watch some of the things that Penuel says, I would say, man, I had that in mind. I wish I could have that kind of a brilliance to actually articulate my thoughts the same way Penuel is doing. So let's watch this video that actually triggered me today.
In the city, but they claim they want land. Black people are not serious. I don't really take black people seriously in this country anymore because I see that it's all a joke. And those of us who claim to care are called names like sellouts. We call names like we're too educated, Standi English, Standa Mapunu, Lamapunu, Engwatandayo. Those Afrikaners you claim I'm a sellout too. After the Broederbond, which they used to infiltrate government through the National Party, and they used it to create subsidies or to give out subsidies to Afrikaner businesses, to set up funds for Afrikaners, to build businesses like banks like Volkskas, to build insurance companies like Sanlam, businesses like Sambo, Afgri, to pump into ShopRite, Pepco, etc. What they did for themselves. Today, with this black government for 30 years, those same Afrikaans people you claim I love have set up like an AfriForum, which raises about close to 50 million rand a month. And with Solidarity, a trade union, a tiny trade union when you compare it to Okosatu, or Satu, or Numsa, or Num, the money that those guys make is multiples more than Solidarity. But Solidarity with AfriForum have managed to build a skills institution, Soltech. None of your trade unions are building skills institutions, but they speak about jobs.
I mean, you know, when it comes to what the likes of AfriForum, Solidarity are doing, especially for the African community, I have realized that in this country, majority of people, especially black people in this country, they love to talk about that as if it is a bad thing. If you were to listen to black people talking about what AfriForum, what Solidarity is doing for their own people, you would actually get a feeling, or you would sense that these people are trying to insinuate that what these people are doing for their own people, it is a bad thing. So now, in this country, we have actually adopted this behavior, or we have actually adopted this tendency of actually demonizing everything that other people are doing for themselves, instead of looking at ourselves as black people and saying, what is it that we are doing for ourselves? What is it that we are doing for ourselves? Black people in this country, they will tell you that the white politicians don't give a damn about black people. The white politicians only serve the white people in this country. They would say that without a shame. They would say that without a shame. They would say that without even thinking about what is it that the black politicians are doing for black people. They would say, no. You cannot vote for such and such because these are racist political parties that are only taking care of their own. These people, they don't give a damn about you. We are so good to actually point fingers and saying that, look at what Solidarity and AfriForum have done. Those people have managed to build an institution. These people are racist. They just want to keep themselves there without us. It means that they are racist. This is the kind of a mindset that has been adopted by a majority of black people in this country. When it comes to reflecting to what the black politicians are doing to us, this is something that we are not even doing. This is something that we are not even doing. The black politicians, they can be embroiled in scandals involving millions and billions of rands. Black politicians, they can be embroiled in those kind of scandals. But black politicians wouldn't even bat an eye about that. But if they hear something about the DA in Cape Town, then suddenly everyone is frustrated. Suddenly everyone is outraged that how is it possible that these people are taking care of their own? How is it possible that AfriForum, an institution, is taking care of its own? How is it possible that those people in Orania are doing everything for their own? How is it possible? Why are those people even doing that? This is the kind of a mindset that we have adopted. People don't say that, what is it exactly that black politicians are doing for black people? This is not a conversation that has been had. This is not a conversation that has been had. A conversation that is comfortable for the custodians of blackness and the people that believe that they are the victims forever. They will tell you about what other people are doing for their own people instead of telling you what black people are doing or what black politicians are doing for the black people. You can see, you're sitting here, if you live in the townships, right now, I'm in the townships. There is a tuck shop there. There is a tuck shop there. Couple of guys have already left that tuck shop, and those guys are running other tuck shops. You will see someone coming from Somalia in that shop. In 2 years, that person would speak Sotho, that person will speak Zulu, that person will speak Xhosa. In 2 years, that person will speak native languages. For the year number 3, that person is gone. And we have another new person in that shop again. You can see people literally uplifting each other in front of our faces. But we don't even take the lessons from those people. We refuse to take the lessons even in the country. We refuse to do that. But we just want to be the victims. We just want to be seen as the victims. And this is an angle that the black politicians in this country have managed to... These people have managed to take advantage of the fact that the majority of black people in this country believe they are victims, and they believe nothing is going... They believe that they can do nothing about their situation. They believe that they are victims, and they believe that nothing is going to be done about their situation. This is the reason why the black politicians have... It is so easy being a black politician in this country. Because even me, Thomas Mabaso, if I can open a political party today and go around and tell people that they are the victims, I'm telling you, in 2026, I'm in parliament. What do you mean? 2029, I'm in parliament. Black people, they don't even care about people talking about the policies. No. Policy for what? They don't care about the policies. They just want you to tell them that they are the victims. They just want you to remind them of their history, as if they are the only people who have a painful past. As if they are the only people who have the painful past. It is going to take, I don't know how long it is going to take for black people to actually uplift themselves. I don't know.
They have managed to fight government when it comes to certain things. They are now building with academia, they are building Afrikaner schools. None of your trade unions, none of your stokvels, none of your funeral societies, none of them are building these things. And Afrikaners today are still investing in Afrikaner businesses. Jewish people today, with the Jewish Board of Deputies, with the nice schools they have, they are still funding Jewish kids to build businesses today. Muslims and Indians are doing that today. Their kids excel at school, they invest in maths and science, and then after they go and study medicine, pharmacy, being a lawyer, being an accountant, they set up their own firms, they support their families, they have wholesalers, they have cash and carries, they're involved in farming, they are running business and they're exploiting BEE because Indians fall under black, previously disadvantaged. But black people are doing no such. This weekend, I'm speaking to you guys while there are black people that are drunk, passed out right now. Balinde show 12. So they bazohamba boyobamba ingudu. Bayobamba idambi just ukuvusa ibhabhalazi sihlamahlama. And then they're going to go and get ishisa nyama nominyama yenhloko enopelepele. Just khona nje ibhabhalazi intwana izoba grand. Khona azokwazi ukuvuka and then later hamba yophuza again. The idea of being in a spaza shop for 16 hours for that black youth is unheard of. They want to be Mac G. Yes. They want to start a podcast like Black Pen and make 50,000 a month.
Yeah.
Antwana ya podcast, Antwana no, Antwana ngishaya dance challenge. Ngishaya dance challenge with TikTok. Come. Yeah, that's what they want. They don't want to build real businesses. Remove the Pakistanis, remove the Somalians, the Ethiopians. Watch what our sponsor shops will look like. Watch.
I mean, like, the spaza shop business was already dead. I mean, like this is not to encourage that the people who have jumped into the country, some of these people that are selling the products that are killing children in this country, but the spaza shops under black people were already dying. You would find one shop in a neighborhood, you would find one shop that side and there's another shop that side. The businesses were already dying because even if you go to those shops, they don't have anything. You don't have anything. So now the businesses have actually realized that we need to build the malls inside the communities. We need to build the junctions so that people can go there to buy their groceries if they want. Because right now, with the situation of the Pakistanis selling the food that is expired, with this situation of children dying after buying from the Somalian people, some of the people in the townships, they are not comfortable going to the same shops to buy, so they will just go to a mall near to a junction somewhere so that they can buy their food. But truth of the matter is that the spaza shops under black people, it was the spaza shop business under black people, it was die. So now we say, no. We can take over the spaza shops business because these people have taken the business that used to be predominantly black. But truth of the matter is that we were doing a shitty job when it comes to running the spaza shops. We were doing a shitty job. So those people have actually exploited that advantage. They've actually realized, okay, there's a loophole here. These people do not have the spaza shops. They need the spaza shops. Because if the spaza shop business was thriving in the townships, there wouldn't be space for these people that are just jumping into the country and opening the shops everywhere. There wouldn't be space because we already have the shops. But they took advantage of the fact that people are now going to town, people are now going to downtown because they want bread. They've actually taken advantage of that loophole.
Take black kids, put them in a ex-model C. Watch. Take black kids, put them in a ex-model C, a white school. Put them there, transform the governing body to black people. Watch what happens to that school. Watch. There's a reason why Kuro is making so much money. There's a reason why Panyaza Lesufi at some point took government funds and gave it to a private Kuro under Stadio. Panyaza Lesufi, the MEC of Education at the time, is the Premier of Gauteng now, would give that money to Kuro, a private white Afrikaans institution, because they were saying, we don't have enough government schools to capacitate the demand. I won't be surprised if it happens again now in the new year. When people are like, we don't have space for our kids, they haven't been placed. All Panyas are going to come there acting all busy, and in the back end, they're going to be giving money to these private schools to be like, please take some of these white, uppity black kids because we don't have space for them. That's your ANC government. By the way, Panyas has been linked to some corruption. He's being investigated, and Abu AfriForum and the likes are taking him to court. These same Afrikaners that you hate, where is your black version of AfriForum that is fighting for you? Where is your non-profit organization that puts blacks first? Where is Andile?
There is none. Because it is okay to point fingers at AfriForum and call AfriForum racist and all sorts of names instead of just looking at what AfriForum is doing. Like, it is so easy. That's why I'm saying that people have actually adopted that mindset of saying, nah, AfriForum bad. But some of the cases that AfriForum are taking are the cases that are beneficial to black people. These are some of the things that you will never hear from the custodians of blackness. These are some of the things that you will never hear from majority of poor black people in this country. You will never hear those things. I mean, like, ANC has been in charge for the country for the past 30 years. Just look at the education system that we have today. Look at the education system and tell me if you think the ANC has black people's best interest at heart. Look at the education system, the 30%. Look at the fact that children in this country today, they cannot even read for meaning. They cannot even read as it is. Just look at where you live. As a black person, look at where you live. Look at the potholes that are killing people where you live. Look at the infrastructure and how the infrastructure has been. Just look at that. Just look at that. This is your ANC government. This is your ANC government. Look at the hospitals. Look at the hospitals. Look at the clinics. Look at the schools right now as we speak. The children in the schools, they are fighting teachers literally with their hands. They are fighting the teachers because the teachers have been told that you cannot reprimand the children. The teachers have been told that you cannot discipline the children. Now, the children are disciplining the teachers. This is what is happening under the ANC. All of these bad things that are happening in the country, they are happening under the ANC. And for some reason, black people in this country have allowed the ANC to come and say, nah, we care about you. Don't even think about joining other people. Now you have political parties like the EFF and the MK party pretending to be an alternative of the ANC. But if you are objective, you can see that there is nothing different that the EFF and MK party are offering than the ANC. EFF, MK party are the ANC. They are the ANC. These are the ANC people. These are the people that were taught politics in the school of ANC. So if you think you're going to get something different under the EFF than what you are getting under the ANC, if you think you're going to get something different under the MK party than what you are getting from the ANC, I have a bridge in Tabazimbi to sell to you. I have a bridge to sell to you. Because these are kind of conversations that we are not even confronting. Children today are dying. Children today are dying. 30 years into democracy, children are still dying in the pit toilets today as we speak. And you will hear black people saying that, yeah, you know, as a politician, it is okay to steal, but just make sure that you steal mildly. The people are actually okay with the fact that the politicians are stealing from them. They are stealing from them. They will tell you. Just speak with average people on the streets. People will tell you that, yeah, if you steal, please just make sure that you steal mildly. They don't think about the fact that these people stealing from them, it is impacting their lives directly. They don't speak about that. They don't speak about that. There are no skills institutions. Like Penuel has mentioned, there are no skills institutions. Just look at how small Solidarity is. Solidarity is a small union compared to this NUMSA, compared to COSATU, compared to these huge unions that are collecting millions, if not billions, every month. What are they doing about that? The only thing that these people know, the only thing that NUMSA knows, the only thing that COSATU knows is to annoy the people that have businesses in this country. That is the only thing that they know. Go into those businesses telling people that we need you to pay these people higher wages. These people have been working for you for such a long time, so they deserve higher wages. They deserve higher wages. And businesses say, fine, we are going to pay these people higher wages, but we are going to retrench because we cannot pay all of these people higher wages. Then the same unions will go back and say, now we are marching because these businesses are retrenching the people. They themselves, they do not open the skills institutions. They don't open the skills institutions. They are being embarrassed by such a small union like Solidarity. They are being embarrassed by small unions. They collect billions and billions without even opening skills institutions. But they know how to annoy the people who are taking the risk, opening businesses and hiring black South Africans. All they know is to go to those people's workplaces to annoy them, to tell them how to run their businesses. It is a shame. It is a shame. These are the conversations that people do not want to have. These are the kind of conversations that you would hardly hear people having. Because if you have these kind of conversations, you will have to admit that the people of Orania, what they are doing, the people of Orania, they are onto something. You will have to admit that AfriForum is onto something. You will have to admit that Solidarity is up to something. But because these people have been, I don't know, I don't even have a word to actually describe how these people are. They cannot even say that, okay, what is happening there, it is okay. As much as you are against the concept of Orania, as much as you are against people living, as much as you are against that, but please acknowledge what those people have done. Just acknowledge what those people have done. They will never do that. They will never do that.
Who speaks about black first, land first, that puts blacks first. Where is Andile Mnitama, who speaks about black first, land first? That every time I told him, Andile, set up a fund, I'll pledge 100 Rand per month. Take that money, go buy land for black people, go push the courts to make sure that land is redistributed to black people. Take that money and set up skills institutions to teach black people how to farm, to teach black people how to develop property. Take that money, those funds, and go and fight government to be like, you're not putting blacks first. Cyril Ramaphosa hates black people. Or Jacob Zuma pretending like they were not part of the ANC and all of a sudden they're revolutionary when they're in their 80s. But all this time it was fun and games when they were in the ANC.
Yeah, they were dancing and singing. It is so bizarre. It is so bizarre. Like, that's why I'm saying that it is so easy to fool people, man. It is so easy to fool people. The same people that were inside the ANC are now pretending like they can give you something different from the ANC. They are now pretending like they can give you something different from the ANC. And guess what? Black people are still voting for those people in their millions. They're still voting for those people in their millions. They do.
When they're in their 80s. But all this time it was fun and games when they were in the ANC, living a good life, looting money for Wonkandla. But Andile Mngxitama is now a member of parliament, as he was with the EFF. And myself, into yakhe futhi uMngxitama is probably going to fight with Zuma and he's probably going to get kicked out at some point because that's just what he is. He wants to be a career politician, to make noise like a chihuahua and just garner noise. But he's not legit, and he's not sincere about what he claims to stand for. Black South Africans do not have leaders. They have clowns and puppets, podcasters. You guys have podcasters, and you have actors, and you have DJs, bamapiano. You have Bantaba dance, and you have soccer players. By the way, shout out to Ibafana.
I love when he says that you have podcasters and he goes like
you have Bantaba dance, and you have soccer players. By the way, shout out to Bafana. Pakabula Kongo 5-0. Danke siyabonga Bafana. Danke siyabonga abo Ronald Williams and the boys. We've got soccer stars, Omkwena. I'm a superstar. We've got Siya Kolisi, who's now like an unofficial ambassador, diplomat for South Africa. He's all over the world. Special human being, sometimes they call it special. We've got Siya Kolisi and the Springboks who are beating everyone. We're having a good time. We've got no problems here. It's fun time. Siyapuza, festive years. We're waiting for the song that's going to be the biggest this year. Kampo Maporisa, or Kabza, or Central, or Daliwong are going to be doing the things, or something Soweto. Something people are going to be getting drunk. People are going to be cashing out their stockpile money to buy their moms a fridge and a mirror finished fridge, so that your mom can say, "Woo, manaka," and you guys go pray and give the church 10,000 rand in tithe. People are going to be getting debt to buy their first fancy car that is going to be strangling them for the next 5 years until the residual balloon payment. Then they realize, oh shit. It's like I wasn't even paying anything, my man. Residual balloon payment is fucking high, man. I'm tired of being angry about black people, but I had to tell the story because it's from yesterday. The ANC Youth League is not serious about uplifting black people, and I can tell you now that many of the leaders of the ANC Youth League, like Balusi Kikaba before them, like Fikile Mbalula before them, like Julius Malema before them, and all the rest, all they're trying to do is to be seen and to be brought into parliament. Ubusiswa Mkhatshwa Nompendulo, who was one of the faces of Fees Must Fall, where is she now? I believe she's a member of parliament, but where is she? Where is her fight for fees? University is still not free. Uphi Siswa Mkhatshwa, she's there with the ANC, enjoying a parliamentary salary today. Disappeared. Where's Fikile Mbalula, Secretary General? Gaslighting people, making noise. One moment, Upanyaza Lesufi is speaking against the GNU. Next moment, no, Upanyaza Lesufi described the GNU excellently on SMWX. Ufikile Mbalula. Ever since Gayton McKenzie became the face of South African politics, he's like the Siya Kolisi of politics, Gayton McKenzie. Cyril is nowhere to be seen. It's disappeared. We only see Gayton, and then we hear Helen Zillows complaining about something. Ukoko, Helen is there. We will leave the GNU if you don't change the Bella Bell.
No, they won't.
John Steenhuisen's been giving a nice ministry position. Now, Steenhuisen, that's not because he's there at agriculture, but busy with what?
Man, it is insane. Oh. It is insane. I mean, like, this is the reason why I was so furious last time I did that video about the ANC Youth League marching to Johannesburg Stock Exchange, threatening Ramaphosa that we're gonna march to Ramaphosa. This is the reason why I was so frustrated. Because you listen to the ANC Youth League, you would swear that the ANC was not in charge of this country for the past 30 years. You would swear that 99% of the problems that people have in this country are because of the ANC. You would swear. You would swear that the ANC is innocent. You would swear that the ANC is innocent. Man, those people are just virtue signaling. They are just virtue signaling. I mean, the president of the ANC Youth League has made it quite clear that he wants a position in the government. He has made it quite clear. We want 50% of young people to be the ministers in this country. We want 50% of young people to be the ANC members of parliament. He has made it very clear that the only thing that he's interested in is getting a position in government. And a couple of days ago, the guy was there at the Johannesburg Stock Exchange speaking like he actually gives a damn. It is insane, man. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in 2026. I don't know what's going to happen in 2026, but I feel like this whole thing that actually has happened in the country, it has made maybe some people to actually wake up to realize that, guys, this is just a game. This is just a game, and these people are just gaslighting us. It's not like they actually do care about us. But unfortunately, because we are talking about the majority of black people and the decisions that the majority of black people are doing in this country, they are still going to vote the same. I remember the other day I said, maybe it's a high time we cut the country in half. Maybe it's high time we cut the country in half. The people that want to live under the so-called communism, ANC, EFF, MK party type of leadership can go to this side. The people who want to live under the thriving country that has the capitalist country, because these people, they hate capitalist, but capitalist is the one that is actually creating jobs for the people. They hate capitalism. They hate capitalism, but their own family members are working for the capitalist. So we can have two systems in the country. The country should be cut in half. The people who want to live under this system, they can go there and live in that system. The people who want to live that side, they can go and live that side. Because me personally, I am sick and tired. I honestly don't want to lie. I'm sick and tired of this majority rule. This majority rule is not working for the people of this country. It is not working. It is not working. With how black people are actually moving, it is not working. It is not working. Just look right now. You take the numbers of these political parties that they got in these elections. Like, you combine them, all of them, it's like ANC 6 million, DA 2 million, MK party I think 1.5 million. You take EFF 1 million. Like, all of their votes, I don't even think that all of their votes they reach 15 million. But these people are actually allowed to make the decisions for the rest of the country. It is a flawed system. It is a flawed system, and the reason why people say that majority of poor black people actually enjoy everything that is happening is because they don't even vote different. They don't even care about voting different. They don't care. They don't care. I'm sick and tired, man. Like, I'm sick and tired of being mad at black people. I'm sick and tired of being mad at black people, man. I hope that one day, man, I don't know when, maybe one day, black people are going to be sharp enough to actually realize that some of these politicians, man, the only thing that they have been doing, they have been gaslighting us. These people actually do not care about us. And I think if we can just get to that point, I think that the country can actually change. If the people will say that we are going to stop paying money to these unions that are costing us our jobs, I think people will actually go somewhere. We will go somewhere. But as long as we have these politicians, as long as we have these political parties, as long as we have the unions, as long as we have the mainstream media that is gaslighting South Africans at every single turn, as long as you have those people, I'm telling you, nothing is going to work out in this country. Nothing is going to work out in this country, and it actually gives the vibes that this is nothing but a ticking time bomb. This is nothing but a ticking time bomb that even the politicians in this country do not even want to acknowledge that, guys, what is happening in South Africa, it is a ticking time bomb. It's only a matter of time before everything explodes. It's only a matter of time before everything explodes. Because we have a political system, but what is a political system if the people don't believe in it? If you tell people to vote and the people say, no, we don't want to vote, because some people, half of the country, I think, says that, no, those votes are not even legit. The votes are rigged. If you have people like that, it's insane, man. It's insane. Like, it is so sad at how these conversations, we have less of them. We have less of them because people just enjoy being gaslit. They enjoy being gaslit. They enjoy their politicians talking their revolutionary talk, nationalization of mines, nationalization of the banks, nationalization and land expropriation without compensation. They enjoy that rhetoric. They enjoy that rhetoric. Floyd Shivambu, when he was there, in EFF, Floyd Shivambu would actually say that no, we want to implement the policies that were implemented by Cuba and Venezuela. But you go and look at how Cuba and Venezuela look like and tell me if you think you want to live in a country like Cuba and Venezuela. But Floyd Shivambu was there telling people that, yeah, we are the Marxists. We are the Marxists, and the Marxists, we need to turn South Africa into a Cuba. The same Cuba that we are donating even the salt to. We are donating everything to Cuba. We are donating everything. It doesn't matter how unemployed, hungry South Africans are. We are donating everything to Cuba. But they are telling us that now we need to turn this country into Cuba. We need to turn this country into Venezuela. Right now, Maduro doesn't even know what to do in Venezuela. He doesn't know what to do in Venezuela. It's only a matter of time before the civil unrest are sparked in Venezuela, because people were protesting saying that you stole the elections. They have destroyed the infrastructure left, right, and center. They destroyed the infrastructure left, right, and center. The people of Venezuela are starting to understand that you can vote for the communists, but you can never vote them out. You can vote for the communists, but you can never vote them out. They are starting to learn that the country has been turned, the country has been torched. As we speak, the country has been torched. I don't even want to talk about Cuba. If I can play you a 5-minute video showing you what Cuba looks like, you will literally feel your stomach turn. You will feel your stomach turn. Floyd Shivambu, the so-called smart EFF guy who left the EFF to the MK party, saying that he wants to turn South Africa into Cuba, and you have people clapping hands for that. You have people clapping hands for that. You have the likes of Solima Pail going around screaming about the communist ideas, that he's even afraid of running for themselves. The SNCP, they cannot even run the elections by themselves. They tried to run the elections in the Free State and they were trampled because no one actually believes in those ideas of theirs. But you listen to Solima Paila, the mainstream media is subjecting us to the likes of Solima Paila every day. They are subjecting us to those people every day. The Communist Party, they call themselves the Communist Party, but the truth of the matter is that those people are just the capitalists. They are just the capitalists. You have the likes of Julius Malema. Yeah, Julius Malema is the only person that can deliver the land expropriation without compensation. Julius Malema is a true revolutionary. Just imagine a true revolutionary who goes around wearing 30,000 rand shoes. A true revolutionary. You think a true revolutionary would wear a 30,000 rand shoe? Do you think that Nelson Mandela would actually wear a shoe that cost 30,000 rand? No, Julius Malema is a true revolutionary. The guy always buys the Italian clothes. He buys the Italian clothes. He enjoys the finer things in life. And they are telling us that this guy who wears Gucci, Louis Vuitton, hardly seen wearing the South African brands, telling us that this guy is a true revolutionary. And South Africans are clapping hands. Poor black people in this country, they are clapping hands for that. They're clapping hands for that and making excuses that no, you cannot fault him for buying a shoe that is worth 30,000 rand because what? He can afford. He can afford a shoe that costs 30,000 rand, so it is okay for him to wear a shoe that costs 30,000 rand. You will hear poor black people saying that, and at the same time, those people telling you that a person who is comfortable wearing a shoe that costs 30,000 rand, it is a person that is going to deliver this revolution of theirs. It is a joke. Everything that is happening in the country, it is a joke. It is a joke. And majority of poor black people in this country, they are clapping hands for these fake revolutionaries. They are clapping hands for these fake Che Guevaras. Clapping hands.
So I'm addressing black people, but I'm speaking to all South Africans. This country will continue being eroded. And yes, if you have an opportunity, leave. If you have a high skill or skill in demand, go to Canada. Go to Dubai or the United Arab Emirates, Saudi. Those people are taking South Africans with skills. Go to Australia. If you're black, Australia might be a bit racist. If you're a white farmer in South Africa, Argentina loves. There's a lot of white South African farmers in Argentina. Go to America if you can. Even as black people, go to America. I just heard Umsaki spends a lot of time in Los Angeles. Or Black Coffee are there, or Tusombedo are there, Trevor Noah's there. It's a party. If you can go to Asia, if Mklampe was a Popa in Asia, go do your things. Russia is very open to South Africa. If you're willing to learn the Russian language, they will literally, not only do they want skills in Russia, they'll take an unskilled black person. They will educate you for free in their universities to become a doctor, a nuclear scientist. Russia loves South Africa, and especially black South Africans. Leave if you have that privilege. But after you leave, also don't complain because you left. You left. I left eMatateni in Newcastle. Now I'm like, oh, Matateni, I suffer. Look, it's dilapidating. But Penuel, you're not investing in Matateni. Do you send money there? Are you even investing in your father's old soccer team? No. Have you built something there? Have you invested in the school your mom taught at Ehlalanati High, a section 4? I haven't. So it's not for me to complain. I must shut the fuck up. Unless if I'm willing to roll my sleeves up, like I'm a Punase Orani. So those guys must leave. Please leave for the best of your family, of whatever it is. The people who are here want to fix this country. You have to be honest. White Afrikaans, white English, Jewish, Indian Muslim, Indian Hindu, Indian Christian, the coloreds, the blacks. We can't keep buying from foreign-owned businesses and expect that we're going to create jobs. It's retarded. Your mom and your dad are taking your family funds and they're taking the produce that you have in your family and they're giving it to the neighbors. And then when the kids are hungry, they're like, hey, what's going on here? And then Ramaphosa pretends to be shocked and then he calls a family meeting to have a committee on what's going on here. And then his favorite little boy here, Colin Malachi, uzovuta all your kids to toy in the family about what's going on and to point fingers at everyone else. But you guys are the ones literally, all these races I counted, all of you guys give your money to undocumented illegal foreigners. I'm including myself. I buy from spaza shops. I have my hair cut by a foreigner. I'm no different to you. I'm explaining the issue that we have. We keep voting for the same political parties who are not prioritizing the borders and immigration. Or Herman Mashaba now with Action SA are focused on Tshwane. Or Gaten McKenzie are having a great time being Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture. It's a party. Abahambe is nowhere to be seen now, except now and then on Twitter. It's gone. Andy Lemnitama disappeared. Julius Malema, especially after Floyd broke up with him and went to marry Jacob Zuma, he's looking like a shell of himself. Old Julius. Old Julius. Disappeared. Julius Malema, especially after Floyd broke up with him and went to marry Jacob Zuma, he's looking like a shell of himself. Old Julius. Old Juju. So sad, boy. Old Juju. These guys are not serious about South Africans.
Nah, they are not, man.
We are not serious about ourselves. We keep buying from these people. By these people, I'm saying illegal, undocumented foreigners. And I'm including buying from businesses that are based in the West, some based in Europe, some based in the East. We keep sending our kids to schools that are not serious about education and skills because we're scared of homeschooling and we're scared of building alternative institutions. We keep bashing the people that actually want to call out exactly what's going on in this country. We call them names because the system tells us so. And then we numb our pain. We're looking for the next high on social media. After Nota was accused of rape, Umsaki relives the claims of her being a homewrecker. After that, 5 kids die at a spaza shop. After that, the ANC Youth League is marching. We're waiting for the next story. Oh, brother, Enigma is the next trend. And then there's memes and pictures. Ulikau and Drip are being liquidated. It becomes the latest story. We're just constantly chasing highs and rubbish. It is true that we need a dictator because it has been proven that South Africans left alone are like 5-year-olds. They have the brain cells and the work ethic and the self-awareness of a 5-year-old. They are pathetic. We are pathetic toddlers. That's what we are. You want an ice cream? Do you want a grant? Do you want a streetwise too and a free t-shirt?
Yeah.
I know they're trying to assassinate him now and they're probably going to keep trying for as long as they can. Ibrahim Traore is a hero in West Africa. He's not the only one. There are many generals and leaders of military coups. Paul Kagame in Rwanda is one of the leaders that we look at. The type of leaders that we have in South Africa, but in small pockets. The leaders of the ZCC Church, of Isonto Lagashembe, and I want to take a moment to thank Usisu Don Tandega.
So this is it, guys. I don't know if we're gonna be able to survive what is happening in the country, man. It is just sad, man. It is just sad what is happening in the country. It is just sad. I mean, we have a parliament. Just look at what is happening in the parliament. Our parliament is a joke, guys. It is a joke. We are talking about people who are earning millions and millions of rands with the perks that average South Africans can only dream of. It is a joke. It is a joke. The kind of perks that the people in parliament are enjoying, these are not the kind of perks that you would get. But because we have an unserious people in this country, man, these are not the things that you will hear people talking about. Look at those people, man. They have turned the parliament into mockery. Our parliament is now a mockery. It is mockery. Earlier on, I was watching a video of the ANC. I think she's the chief whip of the ANC. Pemima Jodina clowning the EFF, the MK party people. Yesterday, I saw the Action SA clowning the MK party for wearing the camouflages in parliament. These are the kind of people that we have in parliament. We have people wearing the overalls, people wearing the camouflages, pretending to be the revolutionaries. Scammers. They have scammed the South Africans. You guys have been scammed. You have been scammed. And hopefully one day we'll be able to say that enough is enough. Guys, please tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button, and the most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.